What up, my channel? Welcome back to another video. I'm Jessie and you are watching So you may have noticed that something is a little bit different about Jessie here. Not going to give any spoilers as to what might be different. That is right. On Friday, Jessie chopped off 16 inches of hair. We're very happy. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Very, very excited to be bringing to y'all this June TBR. Y'all may have also noticed that the book room is drastically different. That bookshelf reorganizing video that I have been talking about, have been working on for well over a month now, is almost finished. Actually, it is finished. I just have to film what it looks like now, the transformation, and I'm just really, really excited about that. Let's talk about this video though. This video is going to be the June TBR, LGBTQ Awareness Month, and all of the reads on this channel are about to be queer AF. So we've got a lot of buddy reads here. We've got readathons. We just have some great books coming at you today in this June TBR. But before we get into the nitty and the gritty of my June TBR, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is none other than Books AI. Books AI is a publishing house with an author forward mission. Using their pre-established relationships with publishers worldwide, groundbreaking AI technology, and a powerful production team, Books AI guarantees the widespread dissemination of your work because they believe that your book deserves a global audience. They demystify the publishing experience while taking the stress out of it. Their processing time is just 8 to 12 days, and their unbeatable prices come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. They have 3 packages to choose from. Their basic plan is perfect for those with an already completed manuscript who are ready for Books AI to distribute their book to over 100 online bookstores across the globe. The standard plan is perfect for those with books who need a little extra love. In addition to the perks of the standard package, it boasts proofreading, cover design, formatting, and more. And finally, we have the premium package, which gives the author all of the previous benefits in addition to AI-powered market research and advertising. Books AI has one of the highest royalty rates, so if you're seeking the simplest, most affordable way to publish your book, then you're seeking Books AI. Thank you so much to Books AI for sponsoring this video. Information about them is in the description box down below. Without further ado, let's get into the June TBR. So if you are new to Bowties and Books' TBRs, hi, hello, welcome. Every single month here on Bowties and Books, I use the TBR cards to pick out my reads. This is a card game that I created with illustrations by the amazing Olivia Simone. Each card has a custom illustration from Olivia as well as a corresponding reading prompt. And that tells me everything that I need to know to pick out my next book. So there are 54 cards in a deck, and I do sell these in my Etsy shop, which I am going to be running a June promo for those of you who want to get yourself either a new deck or to get a deck for the first time. So that is going to be in the description box down below. And essentially how I play is I use my purple dice tray. Her name is Purple Rain, and I have my 2 purple die, and I roll these dice, and the number that the dice show is the number of cards that I must draw. Okay, so, oh, that's not bad. Okay, so you can't see, but I have rolled a 4 and a 2, which means I have to pick 6 cards from the TBR cards. Just going to loosely shuffle. Why are you facing the wrong way? Ooh, that's the sheet thick card. Read a book that is over 500 pages long. So let's pray. Let's hope, wish, and pray that we do not pull that book this month, as Jessie is in the thick of working on their own book and just does not have the time. So already 6 books this month that I have to read in addition to working as hard as I can on finishing my book. My book is very far from being finished in the next month, but I'm still treating every single month as an opportunity to finish out my book. You know what I mean? So there's these 2, set those down. Let's pick from here, that's 3. Let's pick from 4. Let's do 5. And then let's reshuffle again. And let's go with you. 6. these are the 6 cards that my deck have picked out for us. So this first card is the Never Forget card, a book centering Black Lives Matter. Last time I pulled this card, I passed on it because I'm just not in the headspace where I want to read about Black trauma. So right away, I just reached down and picked a different card because we're not doing that this month. And this is the Freshman card, Begin a New Series. So right here, which is why I moved the camera to film in front of these shelves. These two shelves here are my Sapphic bookshelves and my queer male bookshelves. So I'm going to consult them to see if there are any new series, and I think that there is one. Hold on. Are you a new series? Okay, so I'm potentially stretching this prompt a bit, but I'm gonna go with Bluebird by C.L. Pierlet because I am supposed to be buddy reading this with Annie, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited to be buddy reading this with them. Like, they are just an absolute light and a joy. And so this is a sapphic, like, gay pirate story in space. And you had me at space, gay pirates. So you have Rig, who's a gunslinger outlaw thief, and she and her ship Bluebird have spent years keeping a single step ahead of the galaxy's factions and their age-old game. But the game just got deadly serious. And so I think that this might be a standalone. It's described as an imaginative space opera with a fantastic blend of heart and heroics. So this could be a standalone. I'm not sure. It doesn't say. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think that it is a series. Okay, so the next book is the Nalo Hopkinson book, To Read Literature by a Caribbean Author. This is perfect because I think June is also Caribbean Heritage Month, isn't it? Literature by a Caribbean author. Oh. Okay. So sorry. Oh my god, where are you? Nope. Oh, sorry. This book has been on so many TBRs throughout the course of my channel that if I do not read Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis Benn this month in June, I'm going to unhaul it. I feel like that airplane is about to land in the middle of this book room, so love that journey for me. Here Comes the Sun is like one of those just critically acclaimed, beloved sapphic books by Caribbean author Nicole Dennis Benn, who is also queer. And this is about, it's set at an opulent resort in Montego Bay, where Margot hustles to send her younger sister, Thandie, to school. And she's taught as a girl to trade her sexuality for survival, and Margot is ruthlessly determined to shield Thandie from that same fate. When plans for a new hotel threaten their village, Margot sees not only an opportunity for her own financial independence, but also perhaps a chance to admit a shocking secret, her forbidden love with another woman. Or another woman. Oh my god.
That sounds so good.
That sounds so good. I'm already having butterflies. The next one is the Buzzworthy card, a recently released 2018 plus YA series. I pulled this very recently, so I'm going to swap this out. So I'm just pulling a random card from the deck without looking. I've pulled the ABC card, a title that starts with the first letter of your name. Okay, so I need to find a book that's got a J. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be selecting Just by Looking at Him by Ryan O'Connell because I've been dying to read it, and it's from the star of Queer as Folk and the Netflix series Special. This is about Elliot, who's living the dream as a successful TV writer with a doting boyfriend. But behind his Instagram filter of a life, he's grappling with an intensifying alcohol addiction and how he can't seem to stop cheating on his boyfriend with various sex workers, and his cerebral palsy is making him feel like a gay Shrek. And so it's about falling down the rabbit hole of sex drinking and Hollywood backstabbing. He decides to limp his way towards redemption, but facing one's demons is easier said than done. That sounds so good. Like, I'm really excited. And the next card that I have pulled is the R.F. Huang card, which is science fiction fantasy with an Asian protagonist. We can absolutely do this. Okay, so I'm gonna go and consult my fantasy and sci-fi sections. Be right back. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. For this prompt, I have decided to select Kaiki, one of my most highly anticipated releases, 22 of 2022, and I still have not read it. Everyone is reading and loving this book, and so this is a kind of a mythological fantasy where we are following Kaikeyi, who is a vilified mythological queen from one of the most famous Indian epics, the Ramayana. Everyone has been loving this book. Everybody has been loving this book, and I am so very, very excited to get to it. Like, I just absolutely cannot wait. So yes. So we have 2 more cards left. This card is the Freedom card, a Jewish protagonist not set in wartime. So books that I have on my shelves with Jewish protagonists. So I've actually been really wanting to read this book for many years, and that is If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson, which is just one of the most beautiful covers that anyone has ever seen. Tell me this isn't one of the most beautiful covers you've ever seen in your life. I'm so excited about this book. It is just a critically acclaimed love story, one of her most celebrated books, and Jacqueline Woodson is also a queer author, so fits in with this queer theme of June books. And essentially this is about a romance that buds between a white Jewish girl and a Black non-Jewish boy. I'm very, very excited about it. I've heard nothing but good things. You know, it takes place at a Manhattan prep school, and it's supposed to be a story of star-crossed lovers, and I just feel like June is going to be a perfect time for me to get into the story. We have 1 card left, and that is the telephone card. A friend picks a word, and you have to read a book with that word in the title. Now, this is frustrating because I film on my phone, and I can't just like call a friend on my phone and have them pick. Let me see if I can call Jan on FaceTime on Instagram through my computer. Hold on. Okay, I think it's working. We're gonna call her right now. I don't know if you can see, but it's calling. Okay, well, she hates us. Didn't answer, so I'm gonna call Starla. Oh my God, none of my friends answering in a time of need. Okay, well that was embarrassing. Okay, let's try my mother. Maybe mother will answer my plea. So embarrassing. Okay, that was awkward. So on this illustration, Olivia has a bunch of words. We have the bad apple, we have door, kingdom, future, house, crown, and shadows. So what I'm gonna do instead is pick a book that has one of those words. So let's look first. Let's do crown. Let's do crown. All right. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Oh my God, I suck at this. We tried crown. Now we're gonna go with future. Are there any crowns or any future? What? I think I'm gonna go with door because I'm intentionally torturing myself apparently. So door. Maybe a thriller? Oh my God. I'm gonna set this room on fire. What? Isn't there a thriller called Behind Closed Doors or something? Lock every door. Down. Doors of oh. Can't read Doors of Stone because that's still not out. House. I think. Wow. This TBR has literally been torture. For this prompt of telephone where a friend picks a word and you read a book with that word in the title, I have selected house because house is one of the words on this card. I could not find a book to save my life that had future on it, kingdom, door, or shadows, or crown that I hadn't already read. Like, I'm shook. I'm shook. Cancel me as a fantasy reader. Like, are you kidding me? Or even as a thriller reader. Like, actually, what the hell? So I decided to read The Yellow House, which has been on my TBR for a long time. This got a lot of fame on Bookstagram a couple years ago. It's a memoir of Sarah Broom's home and her family, and it's supposed to be amazing. Like, really moving, really touching, will absolutely destroy you. And I'm in the mood to be destroyed by a memoir. I think I'm gonna reread In the Dream House. Someone recently sent it to me too. I've been thinking of rereading it. And I saw it on my friend's shelves yesterday. And I feel like the universe is telling me to reread In the Dream House. So I'm gonna put both in my TBR, but my official selection is gonna be In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. Let me see if hold on. I think I moved it. Oh yeah, I did move it. But basically it's one of my favorite books of all time. It was my favorite book of 2019, I believe. So this, but In the Dream House. Okay, so, and then for buddy reads, I'm going to be buddy reading Here For It by R. Eric Thomas with Jan of Jan Agathon for Queer Blackathon. Queer Blackathon is still happening. However, it's just not organized quite yet. So stay tuned. It will be, it'll probably be 72 hours starting on Juneteenth again, like it was last year. Very, very excited. Or maybe it was 48 hours. Can't recall, but it's going to be really, really fun. I'm reading Here For It, which is a queer memoir. I don't have a copy on me. I think it's in my bedroom because I intended to read it last month. And then as far as the Enby Book Club selection for June, we are going to be reading You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Kweke Emezi. So feel free to get your paws on that if you have not already. We're going to have a live show. It's going to be really fun. The live show for Lake Lore takes place on Wednesday, June 1st. So that is the day after I will be filming this video. So Lake Lore was our April book, and then the live show for Zachary and the Dragon Emperor is going to be pretty soon. That's our current book. So yeah, I'll leave all of the information for these events that are coming up in May down below. Also going to be seeing an author interview with TJ. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting their last name. Please cancel me. But the author of Chef's Kiss. We're going to be doing an author interview for there too. So if you want to read that book and participate in the interview, that's taking place on June 7th. Feel free to do so. Details for all of these things are down below. So a quick recap, please ignore the airplane. I'm not flying it. For the telephone card, I'm going to be selecting In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado and The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom. For the RF Kwong card, read a book with a Asian protagonist, science fiction fantasy book. I'm going to be selecting Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. For the Freedom card, read a book with a Jewish protagonist not set in wartime. I'm going to be selecting If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson. For the Nalo Hopkinson card, I'm going to be selecting Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis Benn, which I will also be reading for this month's Sapphicathon. Information about Sapphicathon this month is down below. For the freshman card, begin a new series. I'm going to be selecting Bluebird by C.L. Pierrelit. Finally, for the ABC card, a title that starts with the first letter of your first name, and that is going to be Just by Looking at Him by Ryan O'Connell. If you want a deck of your own TBR cards and you want to get 10% off, a discount code is in the description box below. Feel free to check out my Patreon. We are doing really, really fun stuff there. We're going to be doing reading sprints on my Patreon like we do every single month. We are going to be buddy reading Under the Udala Trees by Chinelo Okbaranta this month, and I will be filming a spoiler reading vlog for my patrons on that book too. Under the Udala Trees is the Sapphic Bible. Oh my god, see, I actually found my copy of In the Dream House. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? I'm so glad this was sent to me recently. Like, I am so beyond glad. I love this book so much and I can't wait to cry again and re-experience it. But this is the cover for Under the Udala Trees. It's gorgeous. It is just supposed to be an amazing book. I'm so glad that my patron selected it. And so this is about a girl named Ichioma who's coming of age as her nation does in the young Republic of Nigeria. And she is sent away and she meets another displaced child and they star-crossed, fall in love, but they're from different ethnic communities and they're also both girls. And it's inspired by Nigeria's folk tales and its war, and it's described as having graceful and precise prose. Like, it's supposed to be about identity and prejudice and forbidden love. Like, feel free to join the Patreon and read this book with us. We also have a Discord. We're going to be watching a Sapphic, beautiful movie on Netflix. And I think it's called Vita and Vita, but I'll leave info about that on the screen. And that's just some of the really fun stuff that we're doing for the Patreon. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope I gave y'all all the information that you need to know what's going on this channel during the month of June. But let me know in the comment section down below what readathons you're participating in. Are you planning on doing the annual Queer Blackathon? And are there any readathons happening this month that I should know about? that's going to do it for this video. Thanks again to Books AI for sponsoring this video. Information about them is in the description box as well. Until next time, stay safe, be good to yourselves, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.